Morning. I've already started working on this. Doing just some minor issues. Like this step was loose. Just tightened up these two bolts right here. Tightened it up. However, we got something a little more major to repair. And that is this. That happened on, what was it, Easter Sunday. Put the body up for a friend of mine. Matter of fact, he's working here right now. He's also a subscriber on the channel. I put the body up in the air. I said, hey, let's go for a ride. He's like, sure, let's go. Well, as I brought the body down, the body was about this high off the frame. About this high. I was allowed bang. And when it did that, from here to about here was nothing but hydraulic oil. And the cause of it was and is whoever put this body on or whatever they've done. One, the body drops kind of fast, so that's one of the issues. I'm gonna try to adjust that. Two, it calls for a 1-inch vent on the tank. They've got it reduced down to a 1/2 inch. Hold on a minute here, I'll grab the filter. Yes, I said filter. They're using a spin-on oil filter on this. That's not 1 inch, and if you go by the inside diameter, that's maybe 1/2 inch. So they reduced the airflow. They restricted the airflow to about half of what it should have been. So Easter Sunday. All right, where was I? I had customers show up too, so we had to go take care of the customers. But back to the with that oil filter as a vent on the tank. That's the tank. It is stuck in the body. Usually you see the tanks out here. It's not. It's up there. And you really can't see, but down in here, the tank is swollen. It's pushed out. So what I'm going to do, and I explained this in a video about this being what they call a split tank on my passenger side. See this right here? This is a piece of aluminum plate. What they did is they cut the tank in half, welded aluminum plate in here, and then welded the tank back together. This half is fuel. Right now it's empty, but this half is for, this truck was, according to the VIN, this truck was originally a road truck, a heavy spec road truck. This was a hydraulic tank on it. Why they didn't just plumb the body into there, I don't know. You look here, this one's got a nice fat vent on it. I'm gonna grab a pipe wrench, pull this off, take a look and see what's down inside that tank. But you see right there, it's already plumbed. So my plan is I'm gonna take the line off of that tank, hook it up to this tank where it's got that good sized vent on there, and my hopes is to use this one. I don't think this one's got any leaks on it at all. So use this tank and get rid of that one. So that's what we're gonna do today, is I'm gonna take the lines off the PTO pump up to that tank and try to plumb it in to this here. If I could plumb it into this tank, it'd make things so much easier. Everything will be outside of not stuck up inside the body. That's one thing. Ox body is not a bad body, but putting the tank up in there, that is an issue. I understand they want to have everything contained, but man, it makes things so hard, especially on guys like me. So I'm going to start disconnecting the line, And whatever is in that line, I'm gonna dump into that oil pan right there, that drain pan. Then figure out how I'm gonna plumb it from, all I gotta do is just take it from the tank to hook it to this one. But this one does not have any connections, it's capped off. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Hopefully I can reuse fittings that's there. I don't have any transportation here. I do. I just grab the owner's pickup and go do what I need to do. But I gotta grab the creeper and we're gonna slide underneath there. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. I'm sorry about rambling. It's gonna be kind of stressful, but yes, I did get, the other thing is that oil that spilled. I did use my, what we call them oil diapers, oil pads, oil absorption mats, whatever you want to call them. Those right there. I used it all that I had, all that I could at the time. I just found that package today in my shed, but I used all those up. My sander on the 550 did have sand, so I put the sand down on it just as soon as it happened, so that would absorb a lot of the oil. Then the owner of this place came over with his he's got a little Coyote tractor. We dug it up. I dug down, I think we dug down like 4 inches, because my driveway is a very hard packed gravel driveway, so it didn't sink into the ground all that much. It sunk in maybe an inch, but I went down 3-4 inches just to make sure I got everything. And to make sure I did, I actually had a water hose, and when he'd dig it out, I'd reach down, grab it in my hand, squeeze it, check for oil residue on my hand, smell it, and put water on it to see if there's any type of, if it didn't do what we call rainbow. You know, when you get oil and water and stuff like that, it creates, on like a lake or something like that, you see the rainbow effect. So no, there's none left in the driveway, because if it rains at my house, water runs down my driveway, along the road, and then down into the lower field of my house, and my well is down there. I do not want any of that stuff in my water. So I did take care of that. I did dispose of it. That was expensive, but we got everything taken care of, so that was good. All right, I'm gonna get underneath the truck here and I'll show you what we're gonna do. Well, hydraulic oil, hydraulic oil, hydraulic oil. There's 4 pails of hydraulic oil right there to put into this tank here. Figured I'd open it up and inspect it. Hey, look, a reflection. There's probably 25 gallons of hydraulic oil in this tank. Why they didn't just plumb it in, I don't know. I do not know. I cannot answer that. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to run the line from that side over to here. I did get the line off the tank and off the pump, so we got that sitting on the ground right here. That's maybe 3 or 4 feet long. I'm probably looking at getting a section like maybe 8 to 10 feet, and the valve on that, where it's connected on that tank on the other side, I'm gonna try to rotate it because it's facing forward this way on the truck. I want to try to get it to rotate back towards the rear of the truck, so all I do is just run it in a loop from the tank to the pump. But I'm gonna leave everything alone for now. I'm gonna do some measurements, try to figure out a few things, see if I can't get that to rotate. I could just get some piping and just 90 it, but you got a 90, then it loops around basically a 90 to the pump. So I just got to figure out what I'm going to do here. But I am going to leave that, there's a 1/4 turn ball valve on that thing to shut it off, so if the line blows, I can shut it off at the tank. I'm leaving that in, just like the one on the tank itself. The other thing I could do, if I wanted to right now, was hook this line back up to the tank, to the pump, and use a 5-gallon pail to get that body to lift. I can do that, but I'm gonna wait I want to get things taken care of first. I'm just got too many squirrels running around right now. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm in a rush to get things done, but I want to do it the right way. And the right way, I shouldn't be rushing, because I want to get this on the road as soon as possible. It's not plumbed in yet, but we used 2 forklifts, lift the body up to get it out of the way. That is a small hole. Now I gotta go get the gentleman that was with me when that blew out.
Oh yeah. Yep, she split. Jesus Christ.
Everything's hooked up. Hydraulic valve is open on the other side, on the tank on the other side. Let's see if I can get the body to lift off those forks and the wood blocks I got underneath it. I got 6 things, 4 wood blocks, a forklift here, and a forklift over there, all holding the body up so I can work underneath it safely. Let's see if I can get the body to go up off the forks on its own. Also, I want to let you know now, when I drop the body, more than likely it's going to try to slam down because there is air in the system. It's going to be, until I get all the air out, it's going to do that. So let's put it down and see what happens. Actually, I want you to look down inside the passenger tank for me. See if we get any air to bubble out. I got the cap off and go from there. Let's see. Can I get you to see in there for me? Didn't drop it at all. I'm trying to see here if it dropped the level at all. Oh yeah, it dropped it a little bit. That lens is a little bit on the dirty side. Let's see what happens. Have you watched the level? And you should, right almost center of the screen is where the return is for the tank. So let's see see if you see any air. I heard a whole bunch of air come gurgling out of that tank. Oh, yeah. Well, pull it outside. Let's put the body all the way up. See what happens. She's going up. how it bounced? That's air in the system. So that's all the way up. We disengage the pump. I'm gonna pull the cap off the passenger side, the hydraulic tank on the passenger side, so I can let it just come down and try to flush air out of the system. Actually, I want to see how much is in this tank right now as we speak. Still quite a bit left in there, so that's good. But I'm gonna leave you there to watch it again. I'm gonna shut the truck off so it's quiet and we can hear the air. You can hear the air, hear and see the air coming out again, like we did earlier. All that white stuff is just air in the hydraulic system. All right, now I got this all taken care of, the hydraulics on the dump body. I'm gonna run down to a company that I'm trying to hire on to. I say trying to. I'm gonna hire on to it. More likely they're gonna take me as soon as I tell them I'm ready to go. They actually said they'd take me just as soon as I told them I got back with the truck. We're gonna head down there. I'm gonna see what this truck weighs empty, and then we'll find out what I can actually haul. I'm back to the house now. I run down, got an empty weight on this truck. So, empty weight of this truck is 26,400 pounds, which might seem like a lot, but it's actually pretty light for what we do. So you take, I'm good for 75,900 pounds is what the state of Maine allows, minus the 26,400, which means I am good for 49,500 pounds. So more than likely they'll be putting, like if I haul what we call up here hot top, asphalt, tar, pavement, whatever you want to call it in wherever you were at, they'd be putting basically 48,000 pounds on me every time, which makes this truck very desirable up here because I can haul more than some other trucks. So yeah, it's quite the surprise. The truck was a lot lighter than I originally thought. But I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna call it a day. I do have a lot more to do on this truck, but it's all minor stuff. The only other major thing I gotta do is the wheel seal on the front passenger side. And I might call Peterbilt and give them my VIN, so they give me the parts and part numbers, and I can get a hold of see what they want for wheel seal, brakes, and a drum. And I also call a company called Traction, which basically is Napa's heavy duty parts division for commercial trucks for this size. But yeah, so we'll call it a day. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.